Hey folks, welcome to the list of videos that you have seen today. And as always, I have notes behind me. So if I'm looking down, that's what I'm looking at. But welcome to Design Fundamentals for Fashion and Interiors. We're gonna focus more on fashion, but fashion and interiors. If you are an interior design student, please take ID 14 instead. This class will not fulfill your requirements. So, all right. So what are we going to talk about? This class is all about design aesthetic. It's about developing what inspires you to make the selections that you make for your fashion choices, and really, fashion leads into the choices that you make, in your hair, in your makeup, in your, in your nails, and your accessories, actually in the space that you live in. So that's what we're going to be talking about this semester. And we're going to talk about, some of the theoretical principles of design. So we're going to talk about balance and proportion and unity. And we're going to talk about, line and form and shape. We'll talk about those. We'll talk about some of the physical elements of design, such as color and texture and light and pattern. And then we're going to talk about, actually, we're going to start with stages in the design process. So, inspiration, exploration, conceptualization, if you get that one out. So we're going to talk about, that's what we're going to be talking about this semester. We're going to not just be looking at fashion when we talk about design aesthetics. So we'll be looking at nature and art and architecture as well. All of those external forces that feed into what we call our design aesthetic and how you will establish your design aesthetic, okay? So that's what we're talking about this semester. So this video is just about what to expect, right? So what does a week in the life of this class looks like? So every week, you will have a lecture to review. That will require that you first read the assigned reading that I've given you, and then viewing the online lecture. And the online lecture is a combination of videos that either I've created or I've sourced from a third party, additional readings, articles, PowerPoints. Those are the type of things narrated. The PowerPoints are always narrated. Sometimes I'm in the video at the bottom. Sometimes I'm just talking over them. We'll have a weekly discussion board, or we'll share ideas and get to know each other's aesthetic, right? We'll do that as well. And then every, couple weeks, I think it's like third or every other, probably every third week, we're gonna do some aesthetic experience activities, right? So we're gonna do some activities based on the where we are in the design process, so the theoretical or actual principles. So we're gonna do some aesthetic experience activities, okay? There are gonna be 2 exams in this class. There are gonna be multiple choice, true, false, and short answers, and you can, you'll get more details as we get closer to the exam. And then we have one project that we'll complete in this class as well. So the final, I'm gonna put the air quotes, the final exam isn't actually the final, right? Your project is really your final. So the 2 exams we will have one in the middle of the class, so at midterm time, and one at finals time, but they'll really only be covering the material that we've covered in that previous. So in midterm, it'll be what we cover from the beginning class to midterm, and then the final from what we cover from the midterm to the end of the class. But your project really is the culmination. That is you showing application of all the material that you've learned throughout the semester. So that's what you can expect. What you can expect every week. Same scenario every week. The module will open, and there will be an introductory video, something just like this, probably in this same location. This is where I record 90% of my videos. So it'll be an introductory video that will go over the concepts that we're going to cover for that week, and an outline of the activities that we have to complete, the objectives for that week as well is in that video. And then it's at the bottom of that page, it tells you again what pages you need to read. I suggest that you always do the reading before you dive into the lecture. The way I have the class structured, when we get to exam time, about half of the exam comes from material that was only covered in the book, and about half of the exam comes from material that was covered in the book and the lecture. So the lecture is not me regurgitating what's in the book. It's me adding a lot more of additional information and some practical applications, okay? So every week, introductory video, read the textbook, review the lecture, work on your discussion board. Your discussion board has two parts. Initial posts have to be done by Tuesday at 11:59 p.m. and then you need to reply to 3 of your classmates by Friday at 11:59 p.m. And then depending on the week, you may or may not have an aesthetic experience activity to complete. But again, the grind will tell you that, and that introductory video will tell you that as well. So every week, introductory video, read, view the lecture, complete the discussion board, and view the recap video. If you have questions, you are more than welcome to come visit me during my visiting hours, which are listed on the homepage. And if you can't come and see me during those hours, if you're unavailable during those hours, you can schedule an appointment with me as well, okay? All right, go on to the next video.